Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I welcome you all in Bahia College's PNET online support program with subject Pakistan Studies. Lecture number 2 and the chapter number 1, Ideological Basis of Pakistan. Topics are meanings and definition of the ideology of Pakistan, basis of the ideology of Pakistan, economic deprivations of the Muslims in India. Dear students, in the first lecture, we have studied about definitions of the ideology of Pakistan, its sources and significances. Now, in this lecture, we are going to study the following topics, and these are our objectives as well. Number 1, explain the meanings of the ideology of Pakistan. Number 2, define the ideology of Pakistan. Number 3, describe the basis of the ideology of Pakistan. And the last, describe the economic deprivation of the Muslims of India. Meanings of the ideology of Pakistan is the first topic of our today's lecture. In the previous lecture, I have told you that Pakistan is an ideological state. It is based on a specific philosophy of life. The ideology of Pakistan is actually means ideology of Islam. No doubt, the Islamic ideology is the foundation of the ideology of Pakistan. Dear students, you know that the Muslims ruled the subcontinent for centuries and they continued living freely according to the teachings of their religion. The establishment of British rule caused harm to the free status of the Muslims and Islam, and they were oppressed during their rule and divined the Muslims' struggle. It was free at that, after get rid of British rule, the Muslims will become permanent slave of the Hindus. Therefore, the great Muslim leaders started their efforts for the freedom of the Muslims and brought Pakistan as an independent Muslim Islamic state. Definitions of the ideology of Pakistan. Dear students, to better understand the meanings of the ideology of Pakistan, here we have looked at certain definitions of the ideology of Pakistan. Number 1. The ideology of Pakistan is the name of practicing the principles of Islam. Number 2. The ideology of Pakistan is the name of creating a society based on the principles of Quran and Sunnah. Number 3. The ideology of Pakistan is the name of steps that were taken for the security of political, social, cultural, and economic values of the Muslims. Number 4. The ideology of Pakistan is the name of practical efforts for establishing the rule of Islam without losing the national identity. And the last, the ideology of Pakistan is the name of a welfare state where the welfare of the people is considered. Basis of the ideology of Pakistan. Dear students, I hope that you have better understand the meaning of the ideology of Pakistan through its definitions. From these, we can conclude that the ideology of Pakistan is based on number 1, beliefs and prayers. Number 2, justice and equality. Number 3, promotion of democracy. Number 4, fraternity and brotherhood. And the last, rights and duties of citizens. Beliefs and prayers is the first basis of the ideology of Pakistan. Belief of Islam include belief in the oneness of God, that is called Tawheed, the finality of the prophethood of Hazrat Muhammad, peace be upon him, life hereafter, angels, and the books revealed by Almighty Allah. This set of the beliefs is called Iman. Regarding the beliefs and prayers, there are 5 pillars of Islam. Number 1, Tawheed. To believe in the oneness of Allah and the finality of prophethood of Hazrat Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the first pillar of Islam. The second pillar of Islam is namaz. It is obligation of offer prayers at the fixed hours. Number 3. The third pillar of Islam is to keep fast. Like all other prayers, it is the best manifestation of obligation. The fourth pillar of Islam is zakat. It is a monetary prayer. It is means of strengthening the economic system of Islam. And the last, Hajj is the fifth pillar of Islam. It is the obligation only for those who are financially able to perform it. Justice and equality. According to Islam, all human beings are equal without any discrimination. Therefore, justice and equality played a major role on establishing an Islamic society. Islamic system has laid stress on the elevation of justice. In the last sermon of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, he said that, O people, all of you have one God, and all mankind is the offspring of Adam. An Arab has no superiority over a non Arab, nor a non Arab has any superiority over an Arab. Also, a white has no superiority over black, nor a black has any superiority over white. Promotion of democracy. In the modern age, the democracy is simply defined as rule of the people, by the people, and for the people. Consultation and deliberation, which are the basis of Islamic state and society. Democracy is promoted in an Islamic state, and the rights of the people are protected. The system of government is done for the welfare of the people. You can see a number of examples set by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, regarding consultation such as Azan and start the Hijri calendar. Fraternity and brotherhood has a special significance in an Islamic society. Its best example set by Hazrat Muhammad, peace be upon him, in Medina by making Muhajirin and Ansar brother to each other, commonly known as Mawakhat. Before Islam, people were not aware of this principle. They were the enemies of each other. The Holy Prophet said that each Muslim is a brother to every other Muslim. Rights and duties of the citizens is the last basis of the ideology of Pakistan. In an Islamic state, rights and duties are closely connected and both go hand in hand. The rights of one person becomes a duty of the other to fulfill. Since to provide security to the minorities was also included in the background of the demand of Pakistan, Quaid said very clearly that the rights of the minorities will be fully protected in Pakistan. The last topic of today's lecture is economic deprivations of the Muslims. Number 1, dismissal of Muslims from job. Number 2, confiscation of properties of Muslim. Number 3, destroying the business of the Muslim. Number 4, collapse of the cottage industry. And the last, decline the exports and unemployment. Dismissal of Muslims from jobs. The Muslims were banned government jobs. On the other hand, the Hindus were offered jobs even if they had less qualification as compared to the Muslims. Number 2, confiscation of properties of Muslims. The Muslims were deprived of their properties. Their properties and lands were allotted to the non-Muslims. Destroying the business of the Muslims. The business of the Muslims were ruined. In order to get the support of the Hindus, the British gave them special business privileges. The Hindus established monopoly in the local trade. The Muslim traders suffered economic crisis. Collapse of the cottage industry. As the result of industrial revolution in Britain, better and cheaper products were manufactured there. These products were imported into India. It resulted in the destruction of cottage industry, which belonged to various nations of India, including the Muslims. The cottage industry collapsed because it could not compete with the modern industry. And the last economic deprivation of the Muslims in India is decline in exports and unemployment. The goods produced in Britain could not be imported into India, but Indian products were demanded in Britain nor in Europe. The export of the Indian goods was affected and millions of the people suffered unemployment, which included a large number of the Muslims. Students, there is a home task for you. What is meant by Tawheed? Number 2, what do you mean by the faith in prophethood? Number 3, what is meant by ideology of Pakistan? And the last, what is the saying of the Holy Prophet about brotherhood? Dear students, I hope you have understood the lecture. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.